It's Friendship Flower Day in the border city, with sales of roses not only brightening someone's day, but also helping support our local SPCA. Stefan Kachmar has more with that story.
Friendship Flower Day is an annual event where roses are sold by the dozen for only $20, with all the money going towards charity.
The proceeds go directly to the shelter for our operational costs. So things like things just to keep our doors open from day to day, to look after the animals, vaccines, food, medication.
Without volunteers and the generosity of the Lloydminster community, the shelter would not be possible.
Anything that we can do to help earn the animals' keep is worthwhile.
We rely on fundraisers and donations to cover around 80% of our operational costs.
Buyers were asked to keep one of the roses for themselves and pass the other 11 to family, friends, and co-workers.
The idea behind it is just to sort of spread friendship throughout the community while raising some much needed funds for the SPCA.
Over 200 deliveries were made, and the roses often sell out. Stefan Kachmar, Newcap News.
Multiple sclerosis is an ongoing battle for millions of people, and it has no cure. Today, A&W and MS societies across Canada teamed up for the 4th annual Cruisin for a Cause in the hopes of raising funds to help find a cure for the disease. Anna Stanislaw has the details.
The A&W has been helping MS for like how many years now? So it's been a wonderful experience, especially that I'm new in Canada, so it's a good experience to be part of helping other people. Baby cheese here.
The support from the community has been overwhelming. People have been coming in, they're in good spirits, and they're looking forward to getting the teen burgers all day long. So it's been great.
We had a little bit of technical difficulties there. We're going to try and get Anna Stanislaw's story up right now for you. Here it is.
Good team, please. Steak, please. Good team burger combo, please.
The lineup at this local A&W was growing and has been busy since 11 o'clock. For Gail Taylor, this is a good sign. Gail has MS, and on some days simply getting up to get a glass of water can be a struggle.
MS is a silent disease. Like, a lot of people wouldn't know I have it by looking at me, but it gives the awareness for people to see what kind of disease it is, and we raise money to do research, and hopefully we will find a cure.
$1 from every teen burger goes directly to programs and services for the MS Society.
Last year, Cruisin for a Cause raised around $4,500 in Lloydminster and surrounding areas. So this year we're setting our sights higher. We're hoping for a minimum of $5,000.
Lloydminster's Just Cruisin Car Club are also offering rides in their classic cars for $5. Seeing all the people buying teen burgers continue to light up Gail's face, and she hopes the fight against the disease will continue.
They're just unbelievably supportive.
Cruisin for a Cause began in 2009 and has raised $2.1 million. By the end of the day, they hope to raise $1.5 million. Anna Stanislaw, Newcap News.
Cruisin for a Cause wasn't just a big hit in the border city, it was also a busy day at the A&W in St. Paul. Long lineups packed the restaurant as people came out in droves, all in support of the cause.
The A&W has been helping MS for like how many years now? So it's been a wonderful experience, especially that I'm new in Canada, so it's a good experience to be part of helping other people.
By early afternoon, organizers were expecting to smash the previous record, proving Cruisin for a Cause is only getting bigger and better every year.
The support from the community has been overwhelming. People have been coming in, they're in good spirits, and they're looking forward to getting the teen burgers all day long. So it's been great.
Everything wraps up tonight with a show and shine. And Wagon Week is in full swing in the border city. Despite an afternoon rain shower, the heats went ahead as scheduled last night with huge support from the stands, and local businesses put their support in paint. Today, a team of judges went around looking to pick a winner for the CPCA decorating contest. I thought we were getting them in, going in. Oh yeah, might as well. This is the second year for the friendly competition, with businesses getting into the country spirit.
It's fantastic that CPCA fans and drivers come to Lloydminster and the first thing they see is a welcome sign outside of Husky, or they maybe come into the Royal Bank and they see a nice display. I mean, it just welcomes them and lets them know that we're excited to have them.
3 local artists also got involved, painting many of the window displays around town.
We've been seeing a lot of great window displays, a lot of window paintings, and some great in-store displays as well, with hay bales and things that make you think country.
11 businesses were vying to take the top spot from the country store, who's the reigning champ, including the team at Truly Amish.
We worked very hard on our windows. We love to create the scene always of what is coming up. This year is the first year I've ever done any painting on the windows, but it's done a really good job.
5 judges went around to the various locations and will make a decision on the winner by the end of the day.
We're spread out throughout the city, everywhere from the Alberta Travel Centre right out to Western Financial Group beside Sobeys and Cornerstone. So we have a fair journey to make.
The winner will be announced on Friday. Event tourism is growing in the border city. We have the CPCA on this week and Hockey Day in Canada on the radar for next February. These events would not be possible without all the behind-the-scenes work. Gerard Lampow takes a look at the art of event planning in this week's Arts and Entertainment feature.
Going as far back as his grandfather, Gerald Miller has event planning in his DNA. He has read extensively on the topic and is always looking for an edge.
We put on our first Wood River Roast in 2003, and that's when BSE hit the ranching area. So we jumped on that bandwagon and we pulled it right into 2003, 2004, knowing that in 2005 the Saskatchewan Centennial was coming. So we had the opportunity of putting on that show too, and it was a huge success.
He's passionate about his craft.
The art of event management, coordinating, is to be creative enough to have the people come, and when they do come, I always get it into a category where I go from youngest to oldest.
He plans events catering food, music and games for each age group. About 4 months of planning went into the live entertainment for Canada Day.
I really got into putting on the bands, the show in the afternoon.
In conjunction with the Bar Colony, he also put together their Heritage Day.
Our forefathers and the mothers and their siblings that came and the people that came out here. Next year with the Bar Colony, we're celebrating 110 years of them arriving out west here, and to think of what they had to endure.
He's relentless in looking for the next cutting-edge idea.
And what we'd like to do is go out and challenge all other hair studios in Lloyd. We'll challenge them to grow their hair. Next spring, we'll see what's going to happen. We are doing it to raise money, sponsorships for Relay for Life.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.
One of the worst Bertha armyworms outbreaks in years has hit our region, leaving area grain growers quite concerned. In this week's Agriculture Report, Peter Quinlan tells us what farmers are doing to combat the caterpillars.
The MD of Wainwright recently completed a provincial survey for the Bertha armyworm moth and came out with some alarming results.
The MD Wainwright did hit some peak numbers. At one of our trap sites north of Edgerton, we had over 500 for a 1-week count, and that's a lot of Bertha armyworm moths, which therefore puts the MD of Wainwright plus surrounding areas in a moderate to high zone for Bertha armyworm larvae.
This data was collected about a month ago, and Wansix says right now numbers are expected to be even higher.
So we're advising all farmers to be on high alert, to be out in your canola crops looking for the caterpillars.
And so far farmers are fighting back hard, hoping their efforts may salvage their crop.
We've had to spray some fields for Bertha armyworms. It's hard to say what the yields will be until we actually get out there, but we're monitoring them and doing what we have to do or what we can do to control them.
Wansix says a mild winter and ideal environmental conditions this spring have allowed pests to flourish.
We're finding that it's not just Bertha armyworm larvae populations, but all larvae populations, even in shelter belt trees. Like we've got yellow-headed spruce sawfly that's just off the charts, hitting our shelter belts here in the MD. It just seems like it's a great year for bugs. It's a great year for weeds. It's a great growing year.
Peter Quinlan, Newcap News.